You're listening to the 1% Fitness Podcast, the show built around one simple idea: no extremes, no crash diets, just small daily wins that compound into something special. Just 1% better every single day. Here's your host, Ben Booth.
Right, welcome back to the 1% Fitness Podcast. Episode 3, we're well and truly rolling now. Before we get into it, a quick thank you to the Q&A questions that have been coming in. Genuinely brilliant stuff. Keep them coming. Email us at thefitnessbooth@gmail.com or find us on TikTok and Instagram. Search The Fitness Booth. I read every single one. Now, today's episode. We've spent 2 episodes talking about food, why fat loss stalls, how much to eat, calories, protein, all the nutrition stuff, and that is the most important piece of the puzzle, and I stand by that. But I've been getting a lot of messages along the lines of, Ben, what about the gym? What should I actually be doing in there? And it's a fair question because the gym can be an experience. You walk in, there's someone doing something in the squat rack that you're fairly sure isn't a squat. There's a bloke making a noise like he's trying to pass a kidney stone every time he lifts. Someone's been on the same treadmill for 47 minutes at a pace you could overtake on foot. And somewhere in the corner, there's a person doing an exercise that appears to have been invented on the spot, specifically to confuse everyone around them. Sound familiar? Today, we're cutting through all of that. What actually works in the gym for fat loss? What's a waste of your time? How to structure a week so it makes sense. And because this felt very necessary, we've got a new segment this week, the Confession Booth, a collection of the most relatable, most embarrassing, most painfully accurate gym moments. Some from me, some from you lot. Buckle up, let's get into it. Right, let's start with the most common gym mistake I see, the cardio trap. You join the gym, you want to lose fat, so naturally you get on the treadmill, or the cross trainer, or the bike. And you do 45 minutes of steady state cardio 4 or 5 times a week. And fair enough, it feels productive. You're sweaty, you've burnt some calories, you feel like you've done something. But here's the thing. Steady state cardio, the kind where you jog at the same pace for 45 minutes, is probably the least efficient way to change your body composition. Why? Because your body adapts to it incredibly quickly. The first time you run for 45 minutes, your body is like, what is this? Emergency. It works hard, burns a decent amount of calories, but do it every day for 3 weeks, your body's figured it out. It's become efficient at it. It burns fewer calories for the same effort. You've essentially trained your body to be better at running, which is great if you want to be a runner, but shit if fat loss is the goal. Now, I'm not saying don't do cardio. Cardio is brilliant for your heart, your lungs, your mental health, walking especially, genuinely underrated. But if you're spending an hour on the treadmill every session and wondering why nothing's changing, this might be why. The more powerful tool for fat loss? Strength training. And I know some of you just groaned, especially if the weight section feels intimidating, but please don't turn this podcast off yet. Stay with me. Here's the thing about strength training that most people don't realize. When you lift weights, you're not just burning calories during the workout. You're building muscle, and muscle tissue is metabolically active, meaning it burns calories just by existing. The more muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolism, the more calories you burn every single day, just sitting there doing sweet FA. Cardio burns calories while you're doing it. Strength training burns calories while you're doing it and continues to work for you while you've stopped. That's the difference. Now, strength training for fat loss doesn't mean that you need to be deadlifting 3 times your body weight in a vest and chalk. It means doing resistance exercise that challenges your muscles and gets progressively harder over time. That could be barbells, it could be dumbbells, it could be resistance machines. It could even be body weight training if you're smart with it. The key principle is something called progressive overload, which sounds fancy, but it just means over time, you need to make your workout slightly harder. A bit more weight, an extra rep, an extra set. Because if you're always doing exactly the same thing, your body stops adapting. Think about it this way. Imagine carrying a heavy shopping bag home from the supermarket. The first time, your arms are on fire. After a month of doing that every day, you barely notice it. Your body has adapted. The gym works the same way. You have to keep nudging it. And the brilliant news, you don't need to be in the gym every day for this to work. 3 sessions a week of proper, structured strength training will absolutely transform your body composition over time. 3 times a week. That's it. Right, before we go any further, it's time. The first installment of the Confession Booth. These are real gym moments. Some are mine. Some have been sent in by you. Names have been changed to protect the innocent and the embarrassed. First one, this is mine. 100% mine. I was doing a set of leg press, proper heavy, really giving it everything. And on the last rep, just completely let one go. Just absolutely no control over it whatsoever. There were 2 people on the machines either side of me, complete strangers. I just racked the weight, nodded at both of them like a professional, and walked to the water fountain for approximately 10 minutes until they both left. The next one was sent in, and I love this. I was doing hip thrusts and the bar kept slipping. So I got a pad, set it all up, loads of weight on, very serious, went to thrust, and I positioned myself too far back and basically launched the entire bar off the rack. It flew off one side, plates scattered everywhere, and about 15 people looked over. I just sat there on the floor with the bar on my lap and pretended to check my phone. That is a 10 out of 10 gym experience right there. And finally, this one I think we've all done. Going to the gym, getting changed, doing a full warm-up, and realising you've left your headphones in the car. The 10-second debate. Do I go back? Do I raw dog it? Do I use the gym's music, which is always inexplicably rather aggressive, drum and bass, or a Shania Twain compilation? The answer is always go back. The car is 40 feet away. It's always worth it. Right, back to business. So, 3 sessions a week. What does that actually look like? Here's a simple structure that works for most people who are training for fat loss and general fitness. Session 1, upper body. Think pushing movements. Chest, shoulders, triceps. Things like a bench press or a dumbbell press, shoulder press, and some tricep work. Session 2, lower body. Squats, lunges, leg press, hamstring curls. The stuff that hurts to sit down the next day. You're welcome. Session 3, back and biceps. Rows, pull downs, some bicep curls. The pulling movements that most people skip because they're not as visible in the mirror. And before anyone asks, yes, you can add a 4th session if you want to. Maybe a full body workout or an extra lower body day. But honestly, 3 quality sessions beats 5 mediocre ones every time. Quality over quantity always. Now, in terms of how to structure each session, pick 4 to 6 exercises. Do 3 to 4 sets of each. 8 to 12 reps per set. Rest 60 to 90 seconds between sets. Focus on good form over heavy weight, especially if you're new to training. And the most important bit, track what you did. Write it down. Put it in your phone. I don't care how you do it, but if you don't know what you did last week, how will you ever know what to beat this week? Progressive overload only works if you're actually tracking progress. Right, controversial bit, but someone's got to say it. Things in the gym that are largely a waste of your time if fat loss is the goal. Number 1, spending more than 10 minutes stretching before you've done anything. A quick dynamic warm-up, some leg swings, arm circles, bodyweight squats, brilliant. Essential even. But I've seen people spend 20 minutes doing elaborate stretches before lifting a single weight, and I'm not sure that's training. That's just yoga homework. Number 2, exercises that look incredibly difficult but do very little. You know the ones. Standing on one leg on a Bosu ball while trying to do a bicep curl, or someone throws you a tennis ball, whatever that is. It's not fat loss training. It's a circus act. Get on a proper exercise, lift something heavy, and go home. Number 3, doing 1,000 crunches to get abs. I'm only going to say this once and say it clearly. You cannot spot reduce fat. Doing crunches does not burn fat on your belly. It works the muscles underneath, which is great. But the fat on top comes off through your overall calorie deficit, not through the exercise you did directly over it. Abs are made in the kitchen. We've all heard it. It's annoyingly true. And number 4, spending 20 minutes deciding what to do when you get there. Have a plan before you walk through the door. Know what you're training. Know what exercises you're doing, because if you don't, you'll end up wandering around, doing a set here, a set there, not really pushing anything, and you'll leave wondering, why didn't that feel productive? Which brings me neatly to one more round of the confession booth before we close out. This one was sent in and I nearly fell off my chair. I was trying to look confident in the gym floor because I'd just joined and didn't want to look like a beginner. I picked up a pair of dumbbells, way too heavy, and tried to do a bicep curl. Couldn't get them up, not even a little bit. Just stood there with 2 heavy dumbbells at my sides, pretending to look at my phone until someone walked past and I could put them back. Every single person who has ever started a gym has done a version of this, even me. I was working out in LA Fitness in Cambridge back in the day. This would have been 2009, 2010. And again, I thought, right, 20 kilos on each side of the barbell, bench press, here we go. I got it off the rack, boom, straight on my chest, nearly killed myself. 2 big boys had to help me get that weight had to get the bar back off me. Honestly, I just left after that. I couldn't bear the thought of staying in that gym. Okay, so send yours in for next week, guys. Email thefitnessbooth@gmail.com or DM us on TikTok and Instagram. Search The Fitness Booth. The more embarrassing, the better. If you want to stay anonymous, no worries at all.
If you're serious about getting results, what you eat is just as important as how you train. That's why Ben has put together 3 recipe packs to make clean eating actually feel easy. The High Protein Recipe Pack, 70 recipes designed to keep you full, fuel your muscle and support fat loss. No bland chicken and rice. Real food that actually tastes good. The Smoothie Blueprint, 30 quick high-protein smoothies that take minutes to make. perfect for busy mornings when you need something fast, filling, and on track. And the Air Fryer Fat Loss Cookbook, 40 simple recipes that prove you don't need to suffer to eat well. Crispy, satisfying food without the calories that come with it. All 3 are available now at thefitnessbooth.co.uk/recipe packs. If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right but still not losing fat, this is for you. Ben's Fat Loss Masterclass is 44 lessons covering everything you actually need to crack fat loss for good. The real fat loss equation: how to eat without feeling like you're on a diet, training that builds a body you're proud of, and how to stay consistent when life gets in the way, the weekends, the meals out, the busy weeks. No fluff, no fads, just a clear, practical system that works in the real world. It's all waiting for you at thefitnessbooth.co.uk/masterclass.
Right, Q&A time. 3 questions this week, cracking ones as well. Question number 1 comes from Gemma, who asks, Ben, I've started going to the gym, but I feel really self-conscious. Everyone seems to know what they're doing, and I feel like people are watching me. How do I get over it? Gemma, firstly, thank you for sending this in because I know a lot of people feel exactly this way and don't say it. Here's the truth about the gym. Nobody's watching you, I promise. Not because you're not worth watching, but because every single person in that gym is entirely focused on themselves. They're counting their reps. They're watching themselves in the mirror. They're thinking about what they're having for dinner, not watching you. And the people who look like they know what they're doing, half of them are guessing. A quarter of them are doing it wrong, and the other quarter have just gone long enough that they look confident doing it. But they absolutely remember the days when they felt exactly like you do now. The only way through gym self-consciousness is to keep going. It fades, usually faster than you think. And if this helps, having a plan when you walk in removes about 80% of the anxiety straight away. You know what you're doing, you go and you leave. No wondering, no feeling lost. You've got this, Gemma. Question 2 from Dan, who asks, how long before I start seeing results from the gym? Dan, honest answer, it depends on what results you mean. If you mean feeling better, having more energy, sleeping better, feeling stronger, 2 to 3 weeks, genuinely. The functional benefits come fast. If you mean visible changes in the mirror, realistically, 4 to 8 weeks of consistent training and decent nutrition before most people start noticing something. I mean, other people noticing, probably 10 to 12 weeks. And I know that feels like a long time, but think of it this way. 12 weeks from now is happening whether you train or not. You might as well be 12 weeks into a proper program. The people who get results are the ones who commit for long enough to see them, not the ones who quit at week 3 because the scales haven't moved. Trust the process, stay consistent, results are coming, mate. Question 3, this one made me laugh. It's from someone called Mike, and he asks, is it bad that I count my sets wrong every single time and just sort of make it up? Mike, mate, you are every person who has ever been to a gym. The honest answer is it's not ideal, but it's also not a disaster. Approximate sets are still sets. Approximate reps are still reps. You are doing the work. Unless you're playing golf, when a 7 on a par 4 is not a par. My mate Aaron can definitely vouch for that. But if you want to get better results, tracking properly really does not help. Not obsessively, just enough to know whether you're doing more this week than last week. Download a free app, use the notes on your phone, scribble it on a bit of paper, anything. It doesn't need to be complicated, just enough that you know that you're beating next session. And Mike, the fact you're there and doing all the sets is the main thing. Keep going. If you want to hire me as your coach, guys, you can join up at the 1% Transformation. Head over to the www.thefitnessbooth.co.uk for more details. Right, that's it. Episode 3 done. Key takeaways today. Steady state cardio is fine, but strength training is the real game changer for fat loss. 3 sessions a week of progressive resistance training will do more for your body composition than 5 days of the treadmill. Keep it simple. 4 to 6 exercises, 3 to 4 sets, 8 to 12 reps. Track what you do, beat it next week. And stop doing 1,000 crunches in the hoping for abs. Just stop. If you enjoyed the confession booth, and I hope you did, send your stories in for next week. The more cringe, the better. Email thefitnessbooth@gmail.com or DM us on TikTok and Instagram. Search The Fitness Booth. Daily videos are going up every single day on The Fitness Booth Talks on YouTube. Come and join us over there, guys. And for everything else, the Fat Loss Masterclass, the recipe packs, the 90-day transformation, it's all at thefitnessbooth.co.uk/masterclass/recipe packs or /90 days. Links are in the show notes. I'm Ben. This is the 1% Fitness Podcast, and I will see you next time.